Okay then, I'm gonna be playing the Amnesia, the Dark Descent. I got the collection. It's free. Awesome, it's free for October. So, I don't want to play games like these. Tony's not online and we agreed to play this together, but god damn it. I needed someone to be the comic relief character. That's Tony. Right now I just got myself. And let's get this over with, man. I'm not that funny, man. Like, come on. You guys know me. I mean, you guys subscribed anyways. So, first let's check the audio, like we always do. Audio's fine. The main menu's pretty loud. Okay, the Dark Descent. I'm not scared. I'm not breathing heavily. What are you talking about? I'm not that good with horror games. Just gonna get that out there. Not good at all. Either ways, I got some water. Welcome to the Amnesia, the Dark Descent. What follows is a couple of quick messages on how to get the best possible experience. No thank you. Amnesia should not be played to win. Instead, focus on immersing yourself in the game's world and story. Fuck the story. Do not worry about when and how to save during gameplay. The game will take care of that for you. When you start to leave, when you want to leave the game, just choose save and exit. You can then use continue to return to where you left off next time you start the... Okay, that's cool. The world of Amnesia is a dangerous place and you are extremely vulnerable. Do not try to fight the enemies encountered. Instead, use your wits, hide, or even run if necessary. Turn up the gamma this much. Okay. The interplay between light and dark is very important to the game, and because of this, it is vital to set up the gamma correctly. Use the side controller like that. Use the side controller below. The D-pad, you mean? Oh, and the analog stick too. Slider controller below to do so. Adjust it so that the square is at the right is barely visible. Okay, I can see it. Also make sure to play in a dark room and wear headphones for the best. Oh, my room is not dark, mainly because my curtains are like yellowish. So I do get some light in here, but it is mostly dark and I am wearing headphones with surround sound and shit. Okay. That is all. Hope you enjoy immersing yourself in the world of Amnesia. I'm keeping my door open. Fuck that shit. Damn it, Tony! I wonder what happened to him. He probably stayed up at 6 a.m. again. What does that mean? Damn it. Got it. Yeah. I don't understand the commentary. Boom. I'll set that up. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, you know who should join me in this? The FMB.
Don't forget. Some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is...
Oh, that's loud.
I am Daniel.
Am I scared? Pretty much, yes. Pretty much. Okay. That was a hiccup. Okay, notes. Nope. Nope. Ah. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. Okay. Plant.
Hi, my name is Thomas Grip, and I'm one of the co-founders of Frictional Games. I
Oh,
work
thank
with
God there's
engine
commentary.
code,
Okay.
gameplay code,
This makes it less
design,
scary.
and many other things for Amnesia. In my commentaries, I will mainly focus on the design behind the different parts of the game. I hope you'll enjoy them.
Is that it? No, I'm scared again. Okay. Alright, then that's cool. Well, if you guys want to hear, it's not really part of the story, but this is how they did it.
The name of this level is Rainy Hall, and it's supposed to be a combination of atmosphere setter and tutorial for the player. We wanted the player to start the game in a slow way so they could settle in and get used to how the game works. Amnesia is not a game with constant action happening all the time, and we wanted to have a constrained map where the player gets used to this. The only thing you need to do is to follow the track and get to the end of the level. Also, following tracks is something that becomes very useful in later levels, so we try to teach players this from the start.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh, it's so dark. No. There, it's my happy place. Okay. What was it gonna do? I could barely see. What's that? Wow, pops up like that. Okay. I think I'll rather have the hand. Use light source in the environment. Current number of tinderboxes is shown in the inventory. I have 2 of those. I'm not one for horror games, so... Yep. Bottoms up. I'm so fucking terrified. It's a comment. It's a perfect time for me to get distracted. Fuck this game. Almost 200 subs? Yeah, FMB. Okay, thank God. He got my message. so scared. What is this? It's also hard for me to see because there's a glare on my TV because of the windows. And they're shut, by the way. It's just a bit of sunlight. I guess I have to go back here. My fucking phone! Fucking... Oh, my heart! Second Halloween special? Haha. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you know, I'm gonna mute my phone. That fucking scared. I'm such a pussy. That fucking scared me. You know, fucking, I'll title it that. Halloween special. So, FMB, do you want to come over for this one? There's 3 games in this collection. You'll play one of them. Oh, fuck that. Let's see what the fuck's in there. I got a broom, bitch! Set that down. Fuck. Yeah, just like that. Who the fuck's there? I think I have plans for Halloween. Hey, if I invite you, we could vlog or something. I don't know. Sure. I've never been to your house. Okay, fuck that shit. Oh shit. Give me back my broom. Holding on to this broom is like helping me cope with the horror. I'm talking LA Horror House. Haha. I might go to one this year. Oh. Well, you see me struggling with this, right? Yeah. Broom. What the fuck's happening? Broom, protect me. Fuck that shit. I'm going this way. Oh. What was that comment? It will be like VR for this game, except better graphics. Okay, Broom, you stay there. Like VR, you said? I would puke if I ever used a VR. I would have to get used to it first. Are you saying because I actually have to go? Like, in person and shit? Okay, sure. I'll ask everybody here if I can go. Hopefully I won't have any school by then. But... Oh, my bones! Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, shit, man. Anyways, yeah. We'll see. That'll be like one of my first vlogs. Beware. When standing in the darkness, your sanity will slowly drain. Turn on lights in the environment using turn boxes or search for sources of light. Okay. My broom's right here. I gotta look at the controls. Did you see my creepy road one? No, I have not seen it yet. Oh, I've had an essay to type this past week. Okay. Inventory is that one. Okay, I got 4 tinder boxes. First. I have not seen your creepy road one. Where the fuck's my broom? Broom. Keep an eye out. You see anything? Boop, 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 boop. Nothing is detecting in the sonar. It looks like a compass. Okay. What you need to do next is boop, 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 boop. Go that way. Gotcha, broom. Oh yes. They said this was a tutorial version, so pretty sure it's gonna have one of those monsters. No! What about my broom? Dude, I got like big goosebumps ever. If I have a heart attack, like I pass out for being that scared midstream, I'm sorry, guys. But call for help. My fucking broom.
This is one of the first level that we created for the game, and it was initially part of the archives level, which we will reach in a bit. Amnesia started out with a pretty different design, and when we redesigned it, the maps did not fit. This caused us to split them up and scatter them out. So in the first design, after this corridor, the archives level was supposed to follow, and the room lying there now was built much later. In fact, the first designs did not have Daniel waking up with an amnesia at all, and it was actually added later on. In the first story draft, Daniel still had hidden memories, but he was unaware of this at the start of the story. However, as we redesigned things, we found the waking up with amnesia thingy, although a bit cliché, much more fitting.
Damn it. Fucking audio's messing up. Hold up, what the hell? I can't hear anything out of my left side, hold up. No, never mind, that's just how the game is. What? Anyways, FMB. How's your day? If you're still in the stream.
Hi there, my name is Visual. I'm mostly a tool programmer, level scripter at times, and perhaps the main reason why the rest of the core team at Fictional Games is pretty much forced to speak English at our internal meeting, as I am the only non-Swede here. Now, what a Spaniard is doing with a bunch of Swedish guys is a whole different story we won't be discussing today. By the way, I will be talking mostly about tools and scripting. Hope you like it. The editors themselves went through a lot of design changes during the development. Not that many in visual appeal as in internal stuff, like data structures and handling. This happened mostly because at the
Or
beginning
being
we
good.
only knew the basic stuff that needed to be in
It's
them,
looking good,
and as
or
they
it's
grew
doing
in
good.
features and functionality, they started to kind of fall apart, mostly due to my big lack of previous experience in projects like this. Right now, aloud what the hell still sounds in my head when I look at some parts of the code, but I am still proud of them. They can also get a bit buggy at times, but hopefully this won't happen again in the future. And I already got some nice ideas for the next iteration of the tools.
Really? I got scared by paper? What the fuck? Okay, what? What the fuck? No. I guess I can't open it. Broom! Get this out of here. What is this? There. Broom, you stay there. Keep watch. I won't be in here shitting myself. Oh, okay, okay. Just gotta calm down. Oh gosh. F&B, why would you rather go to a haunted LA haunted horror house rather than playing Amnesia? I just need someone extra, man. Tony's still asleep. I'm not gonna go over there and wake him up. Fuck that shit. Oops. Stay here. Let's go, Mr. Broom. See anything? No? Okay. Amnesia, too scary, that's why. Fuck yeah, it is.
Hello everyone, my name is Mikael, and I'm the writer for Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
I was gonna say, can I find a genie? Lever!
I think we can all feel the story kick-starting as we finish the letter from Daniel. The game itself is just filled with confusion, and I think we're really doing the player a service keeping it simple in the beginning. Basically try to take your revenge on Alexander, that is the premise of the game. You don't really need to dive any deeper than that, but hoping that the player will care about the story, they have the entire game in front of them to decide if they think killing Alexander is justified or not.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you, God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you.
Skipping it.
If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Okay, thank God. I thought there was gonna be something behind me. Lantern strain oil. Okay. Press X on it. Oh, that. The fuck is this? Oh, that's the lantern itself. Okay then, Mr. Broom, let's go. Tony and I have trained in the art of bitch Kwando. No one will come near us. Because we'll already be light years away. Okay, go. What? Bitch Kwando? Yeah, you know it. Fuck's sake, I'm making too much noise. Fuck! I read that the monster could actually hear. See anything? There's something over there. Okay then. Thank you, Mr. Brew. Fuck this shit. Then. Okay. Oh shit. Sorry, Mr. Broom. Didn't mean to drop you. It's so hard to pick you up, Mr. Broom. It's okay, Speedy. Yeah. Smack that ass against the wall. I'm just gonna...
This is one of the first level that we created for the game. It was initially part of the archives level, which we will reach in a bit. Amnesia started out with a pretty different design, and when we redesigned it, the maps did not fit. This caused us to split them up and scatter them out. So in the first design, after this corridor, the archives level was supposed to follow, and the room lying there now was built much later. In fact, the first designs did not have Daniel waking up with an amnesia at all, and it was actually added later on. In the first story draft, Daniel still had hidden memories, but he was unaware of this at the start of the story. However, as we redesigned things, we found a waking up with amnesia thingy, although a bit cliché, much more fitting.
Mr. Broom, get over here. Yeah. There we go. Ah, fuck. Sorry, Mr. Broom. It's okay, Speedy. Mr. Broom has to have a Batman voice. Fuck. Sorry, Mr. Broom, I keep on dropping you. It's alright, Speedy. You know what? No, I think Tony would make a better Mr. Broom voice. Fuck that shit, man. What the hell? Okay, so I guess I do have to go over here. Sorry, Mr. Broom. I just need to check something real quick. What's more in here? Ooh, chair. What's this? Looks like a candy bar. Broken glass. Oh yeah, the lever. As you make progress or pick up items, you'll recover some sanity. Okay, cool. Too bad that doesn't work for real life. Oh shit! What the fuck are these things? Mr. Broom, get him! Get him, Mr. Broom! Yeah, bitch. Okay, the art of bitch Kwando is very... I need it right now. I need to harness my abilities. Ooh, Stark. Why is it telling me to run now? There's that over here. Okay, there's stairs over there.
Hello, my name is Mark Nikander. I'm a 3D artist and level creator at Fictional Games. I started out as an helper during Penumbra Overture, and I was finally hired as a full-time artist in the later part of Penumbra Black Plague.
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
You know, I suddenly don't feel like playing this game anymore. And I'm glad I didn't buy a game like this. They gave it to me.
If you haven't followed our development blog back when it started, you might have missed one of the biggest changes in our production pipeline. 2 years back, we started a toolset side project to ease and speed up the creation of content for the game. I'd say the level editor, which is what we, or more specifically Jens, Mark and Marcus, have used to build all the halls and corridors you are walking through right now, is the big star of the pack. Its workings in a nutshell: while all the models and assets are actually made in software like Maya or Blender, everything geometry-wise in the levels is put together in it. Then lighting and sweet details like decals and fog are added in. While this approach might sound simple, really nice stuff can come out from it, as you can see in the game.
So many doors. No, 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 no. Well then, not going that way. Oil. Hey, fuck you. Don't scream at me. red? What the fuck is this? What is this? Ah! I'm strong! Fuck you, wood. What? I accidentally found a placement for this. So are those stairs gonna get destroyed? Just tossed in and it fixed itself.
The particle editor is also a fine part of the tool bundle, and it is what we use to create particle effects for maps and events. We use particles to do nice effects like the flames in torches and the smoke that comes out from them. All we have to do is add one or more particle emitters, set up some parameters like starting position and speed, on all sorts of fadings in size, color or speed. It's funny how you can simulate all kinds of effects with such simple elements. I very much recommend you to try it yourself.
The particle effects shit that he's talking about, all of that stuff is available on that. I think it is available on the Unity thing that lets you create your own game and shit. I was gonna take a course for, like, on that development and shit. For 3D animation, but it's all on the computer. And by the time I finish the course, I'm pretty sure I would need glasses.
Be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aqua fortis.
Note. Oh. Yes. Jerk. Get out of here. Oh, fuck.
In early concepts, this was meant to be a sort of wine testing room and directly connected to the wine cellar. The reason for the whole wine testing thingy was that we planned on having more laboratories in later levels, so a lab here as well felt kind of strange. Then things changed and only one lab was left in the design, so we changed the name to laboratory instead. The whole wine testing facility that could make dangerous acid always felt kind of strange anyways.
Lack of chemistry. Okay. I look down and there's a roar. Fuck. Shit, is that all there is in here? Oh well, then. There has to be a bit more. Level 52. I'm home alone right now. Fucking terrified? Yeah. Oh. How about if I... Yeah. It's just a prank, bro. Something is walking up there. No, not that. What do you think, FMB? Ah, never mind. I figured it out. Now what do I do? Okay, 4 different chemicals are needed to continue. Oh, I hear and shit. Just dropped a shit ton of bottles. Can I put this in? Yeah, there's definitely something out there. There is something up there, and I hear it going, ugh. Once I finish whatever I'm doing here, that thing's gonna chase me. What other chemicals could I need? What are these? It's a pipe. Where the fuck did I leave my broom at? Four different chemicals are needed to continue. How do I look at my book? Okay. Notes. Chemical. The lack of... What does that say? Chimney? To properly vent the fumes. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Okay, so I need to go to the wine cellar.
In early concepts, this was meant to be a sort of wine testing room and directly connected to the wine
Okay, but this turned
cellar.
into a laboratory.
The reason for the whole wine testing thingy was that we planned on having more laboratories in later levels, so a lab here as well felt kind of strange. Then things changed and only one lab was left in the design, so we changed the name to laboratory instead. The whole wine testing facility that could make dangerous acid always felt kind of strange anyways.
Yeah, my heart. Okay, place I have to find different chemicals and shit. The door slammed shut behind him. He knew he would never again see the old tailor. Another soul in London seemed appropriate somehow. Yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Story, story, story. What do I know? I wonder too bad this doesn't have any custom games. I would love to go up against the Teletubbies.
Scattered throughout the game, you can see some signs written in Latin. The reason for using it is that it was considered a language of culture and science, as most scientific and philosophy authors wrote their works and treatises in it. As we are dealing with a castle dwelled by a pretty smart guy that has been around since the Renaissance period, Latin all around the place was something we should expect. Being the only guy in the team that had a direct contact with Latin in high school, to be more precise, well, it was kind of logical that any translation to be done would have my name on it. Translating stuff into Latin was kind of strange and fantastic to do. At first I had a classic Latin dictionary, so if I had to translate any modern term, I would have to track its etymology down to the Latin equivalent, or look for a synonym or similar expression that had a direct translation. Then I had the luck to come across some dictionary for modern stuff online that addressed most of this stuff for a huge lot of terms, so it couldn't have come in a better time. Some days I would have Sebastian dropping a list of 9 or so entries to be translated, and before finding this dictionary it was quite a lot of work. On a side note, we even had a choose your Latin poll on a couple entries, just to pick the one that sounded better for everyone. Results were pretty unanimous, by the way. For some final words on this, I must confess that, while I was pretty good at this in high school, that was like 15 years ago, so right now I'm not 100% sure translations are correct at all, but I took the time to make them at least plausible, so my apologies go in advance to any Latin guru up there playing the game, as I myself get on the verge of losing my temper when I see stuff like this obviously made up.
Okay.
This is one of the many hub levels in the game, and this is a design concept that we started out with in Penumbra. The idea is to give the player some freedom on where to go, but at the same time give a clear objective. In this level, the slime obstacle is a thing that the player needs to get past, and all other levels then have things needed to do so. The slime itself is one of the few puzzles left from the initial designs, and the one I'm probably the least proud of. Now that slime appears all around, it feels a bit forced that you need to have a potion on the slime. Many testers also complained that they wanted other options in getting rid of the slime, like burning it. However, creating a potion is the central theme for this hub, so we had to let it be. I don't think it's that bad, but we probably could have redesigned it if we had time.
I need to create a potion.
The entrance hall was first shown in our first gameplay trailer, and while the layout hasn't changed much, the details certainly have. We build our levels from sets of pieces, in this case, the custom-based set. While the carefully planned set pieces made level building very easy, the levels became very similar, and we had to make special pieces to the levels. Now, 1.5 years later, the special pieces make up about half of the pieces in the custom-based set, and we made changes to incorporate these objects into the earlier levels. An example of this can be seen if you compare the hole in the roof now with the one from the first trailer. The new roof was made in the middle of the project when we built level 9 back hall. A special version was made to give the roof hole in the entrance hall more depth and detail.
Damn it. need to make that. Door's boarded up. FMB, say something. Say something funny. Please. Archives? I need some funny shit, man. Come on. Dude, I'm like super cold. That's never really happened to me. Ah, fuck that. If any of you ever played Layers of Fear, you would know that this is some creepy ass shit.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
I don't know why I thought that would work. The fuck? Wasn't this thing used in everything? I do know for a fact that PewDiePie, way back then when he used to play Amnesia, he called this thing Stefano or something. It was Stefano, right? Can't really remember. Okay, I'll leave you there. That was years ago. I might end the stream in a bit.
To finish this little overview of our tools, I must mention the material editor, available both standalone and built into the other editors. The program itself is very simple to use. You have some material types defined by the engine, and you can throw in textures to be used for diffuse, normal maps, height maps, as well as some variables to control specific parameters for a material type. When I was writing it, I could just stare while the preview model rotated around itself and the parallax mapping effect was on when testing, just for fun.
I actually find this interesting on the way they made it. It's one tall ass bookshelf.
Another piece of the toolset is the model editor, used to create the entities you are interacting with while playing. Basically, we take a model and set up some parameters like physical bodies, joints, and user-defined variables.
Like this.
We can also attach sub-entities to them, like lights, particle systems. When an entity is finally set up, it is ready to be placed in a level using the level editor. Examples of entities here are doors, lamps, most furniture, critters.
He's talking about these things right here. It's actually kind of cool, man. There you go. Pushing your chair for you because I am polite. Oops. There. Nope. Yeah. Just like that right here. Pretty big area. It's big enough for a monster to spawn. Going over here. White shirts. Why do those look cheaply rendered?
"17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Nothing in there. Pull it all the way.
This level was changed a lot, and I think it's one of the most tweaked levels that we got. Not only was it part of the big archives level that we had to split up, but it was also hard to get it engaging enough. The problem here is that we don't have any sort of fun mechanic that we rely on to make the game engaging. Instead, we rely on story, atmosphere, and environment. This is true for many other levels and the game as a whole, but these were kind of the one of the larger levels that we made, and also one that didn't have much puzzles and such. So when testing it, we quickly get bored with it, and we wanted to add more spooky events to spice it up. But then later on, testing proved that these events weren't that necessary, and we also felt that they were a bit lame and not fitting, so we decided to remove them. Then the back part of the level, we wanted to make that a more linear experience, with the current player getting trapped and all, forcing the player to solve the destroy wall and find secret door puzzles. Previously, testers often missed that they can solve these problems. The level is now very different from the early designs. This level was changed a lot, and I think it's one of the most tweaked levels.
So there's a secret door, I just have to pull the right book. Holy shit. I didn't do it. Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
When I started writing, I had only outlined the framework for the story and the first few levels in the game design document, so I ended up finalizing a lot of material for the first levels, and then when those were done, we planned out the last 2/3 or so. This had a funny effect since I had to not only cater to the story, but to stay true to the stuff I've written for the first levels. Usually you can go back and forth while writing and change things, but if you have already recorded voices, you really shouldn't because of the costs. So the first text really shaped the rest of the material in an interesting way, and made them matter in a way I hadn't thought about. I really like how this thickens the story elements, as I am able to jump back into the material and keep using and reinforcing certain concepts. Agrippa is of course the most extreme effect of this method, which grew from a small reference to becoming one of the most important characters in the game.
I've been playing for a while. There is a monster. I am gonna get jump scared like fucking crazy. Because I won't expect it. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream here. I just heard that fucking piano play. Oh shit, man. Like, how long have I been streaming for? 1 hour and... What time is it? Oh shit, it's 12! Yeah, oh, I gotta end the stream here. Hope you enjoyed. The game's fun and all, but...
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Okay, now I could end the stream. Either ways, once this is uploaded, I didn't mean to close it. Okay, once this is uploaded, I'm gonna put in, the thing, for the next video, I don't know, the newest video, it'll be in the top right. Some random video, just for you, it'll be on the top left. Some channels will be in the middle. And yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. Or stream. Whichever one of the two you guys are watching. I'm saving and quitting. Fuck that shit. I gotta get ready. This is kind of awkward. I don't know how to stop the broadcast. Ever since this new update, they changed everything.